am Candace, your queen of dreams, and I would like to personally thank you for stopping by my channel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Today's word is intentional. Be intentional. Live life on purpose. Know why you're doing what you do. Don't just do. Don't just act, react. Have an intention for what you're doing. I always say, check your intentions at the door, okay? Intentions are like a seed, okay? If you sow a seed of good intention, good things will come. If you sow a seed of bad intention, bad things will come. Check your intentions at the door and ask yourself, why am I doing this? What do I really hope to obtain? Even when it comes to interactions with people, why am I connecting to this person? What is my intention or my reason for making this connection? Whether it be a relationship, whether it be a friendship, a business relationship, ask yourself, why am I making this connection? How is that going to help me? Or how is that going to increase my life experience? Or am I doing this for the wrong reasons? Now, we all done stuff for the wrong reasons. I've made so many bad choices. And on this side of life, where I am now, I realized I need to make better decisions. And in order to make better decisions, I need to evaluate, why am I making the decisions that I made? What was my reason, right? So check your intentions at the door. What do you hope? What is your goal? What do you hope to accomplish by choosing to do whatever it is that you choose, okay? So make sure that you are being intentional, okay? Do everything with a motive, a reason. And people, when you hear motive has a negative connotation. Oh, you know, they got a bad motive. No, focus on having a good motive, okay? The motive is to increase as a person. The motive is to add to your life experience, okay? So I would say, figure out, what is your intention? What is your motive? Why are you doing the things you're doing? And if you're doing something that you know it is not right, or you feel convicted, or your conscience says, you shouldn't be doing that, then reevaluate. Okay, for everything, there's an opposite. So for every bad habit, guess what? There's a good habit that can be replaced. Anything that you're trying to stop or change, all you have to do is find something different to replace it with, right? So if you know, okay, I am making mistakes as far as my finances, and I know that I'm spending too much money on things I don't need. Okay, what you can do is find ways to invest into yourself. If you got a spending money habit, that's all right. Still spend the money, but spend the money on something that's going to help increase you. Or if you have an addiction to something. Okay, I used to drink a lot, right? And I would get a bottle of Patron every day. Those who know me know. And guess what? So then I got addicted to bottles of water. And I tell my friend, I got my bottle, but it's a bottle of water. So I took what I have to have every single night when I'm resting for the day. I took that and I said, okay, every night I got my bottle of water. Is it easy? No. But at the same time, you have to be intentional. I was intentional on wanting to have better health. You have to know, okay, I'm doing this to make myself better as a whole. And you have to have mental agility. You have to have willpower and say, you know what? I'm not going to be stagnant. I'm not going to be complacent. I'm not going to be mediocre. I'm not going to stay in the same place that I've been at. I want to move forward. I want to move up. Okay? I always say, we focusing on up, not down. There's more room in the sky than the ground. Okay? So we're focusing on up. We're focusing on elevation. We're focusing on better. And part of that is being intentional. If you don't have a direct intent, write it out. Write out a plan. Okay, I want to do this, or I want to acquire a certain amount of money. So I'm going to intentionally study for 2 weeks in the area. If you want to do drop shipping, study drop shipping for 2 weeks. Okay, if you want to, whatever it is that you want to do, if you want to be in coding, if you want to do hair, whatever it is, be intentional about what you're spending your time on. Okay, be intentional. Have a definite goal in mind. Have a plan of where are you headed. And don't just evaluate everything from a monetary standpoint. Look at what type of relationships do I have? What value do I add to those relationships? What value do those relationships add to me? How can I increase that value on either end, and then be intentional? Me as a friend, I'm extremely thoughtful. I know everybody's favorite color, everybody's favorite everything. So whenever I see a friend or somebody and my intention is to lift their spirits or put a smile on their face or make them know that they're being thought of, then I come with a surprise that I know is exactly something that they like. Guess what? That's called being intentional. See, being intentional everything is not just about you in your inner and outer. It's about the connection. It's about your spirit. It's about everything hey guys, it's about everything that is all encompassing of you. You are relationships. You are creations. You are connections. You are being. Okay? So everything, you are spirit. You are energy. You are everything you can think of that you are. Okay? Your connections, your relationships, your position, all of that. Evaluate it. Take some time out and do a serious evaluation of where am I? You can even measure yourself. Scale 1 to 10. 10 being the best. Okay, spiritually, I know that I'm about an 8. And in order to increase my spirituality, I need to spend more time with God, or I need to meditate more, or I need to be more centered or aligned with my inner self and listen to my inner voice or my higher self, or I need to stop being materialistic or egotistical. Okay, so you've created an evaluation of where you are intentionally. And then you decide, okay, this is where I am. This is what would make it better. Spiritually, emotionally, financially, with your family, with relationships, with everything that you do. Take an evaluation of it. And in that evaluation, be intentional on how to make it better. I feel like all these videos that I'm doing, they're always usually short. But today, I feel like everything, a lot of the things I've said, inspirational, make it better, it's all coming into one. And when I say be intentional, that encompasses everything. That encompasses knowing where you're going. That encompasses being inspired. That encompasses tapping into your willpower. That encompasses doing your best, okay? Today, I just want everybody to use each word and think about each video. If you haven't watched the other videos, go back, watch the other videos. There'll be more videos to come as well. I want you to evaluate how can you add to your life experience by each word or each video, each piece of information that I'm sharing, and be intentional on just growing. There's no reason. See, a lot of times people get stagnant and don't really consider growing because of their environment, because of their mindset. Oh, everybody around me is regular, so I'm gonna stay regular, and I'm not really gonna aspire for much, because they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe in themselves or their ability for growth, But everybody has the ability to grow. Everybody has the ability to do better. As long as you're on this earth, you can learn something new. Okay? Be intentional about learning, about growing, about going forward. Too many people are living life like this, just looking backwards. Why are we looking backwards? Okay? Why are we looking backwards? Why are we not saying, you know what? I could be just like Jeff Bezos, a billionaire. We all have the same 24 hours he does. He got an idea. He believed in that idea. He believed in himself. He got a network of people around him who he was able to convince to believe in him. He started out selling books. How many people? I ordered a few books off Amazon, but I know those first couple years, he wasn't doing the numbers he's doing now. When he was just selling books, now he sells everything. You go buy your little small house on there, okay? So the thing is believing in yourself enough to know and feel like, you know what, I could do better. I'm worth doing better. I'm worth being better for my kids. I'm worth being better for my family. I'm worth putting more of a contribution out here in this world, okay? It's no reason to just sit back, and sometimes we get bored or we get depressed or we get into a rut where we feel like, okay, I'm going to stay in this one place and hopefully, God will just send me something to save me. And sometimes he does. He will show you favor. He will send you a rope and say, okay, let me give her some inspiration or give him some hope so that he will want to move forward, or he will see that there's more to it. And a lot of us been through hard times. I say this all the time. I don't know anybody who been through more than me, And then I meet people and I hear certain stories and I'm like, okay, that person, they went through more than me, And at the end of the day, the one thing about going through a lot is to keep going. Be intentional about keep going. Don't stop. Don't say, oh, well, I've been through X, Y, Z, and because I've been through X, Y, Z is why I am where I am. No, because you've been through X, Y, Z, through is the key word. That means you got through it. That means you're on the other side of it. So why you still standing there? That's like you going through a haunted house and it's scary and you don't know you don't know what's popping out all through there. But then you get through, you make it through the obstacle course, and guess what? And you just stand at the door? Nah, keep going. Go to the next obstacle. Conquer that. Let it be a life experience. Learn from it. Learn from whatever it is you're doing. Let it add to you. Lessons, life lessons, hardship, obstacles, loss, it all builds your endurance as a person. Let that add to you and not take away from you. all the hard experiences I went through, now people call me and say, well, how did you make it through that? And because I made it, I can be a light and be an example of this is how you make it. This is how you get through. This is how you push on, you know? And that's what it is being tested and winning. And then that victory being a testament or an example to the next person that guess what? You could push through too, baby. You could make it too. We just two humans who made of energy with blood running through our veins and breath going through our body. Ain't no difference. If I could do it, you can too. Okay? Be intentional about being a person who people think about and smile. When people think about you, they feel encouraged. They feel inspired. If we were more intentional on our contribution to life instead of what life can contribute to us, we as a human race will be much more progressive. The money don't make you progressive. The materials don't make you progressive. The job, the degree, no. It's the quality of life that you bring to life. And I say it all the time. The Creator created creatures to connect and to create more. You can create whatever idea you think of. You just got to tap in. You just got to look for it inside of you. You're creative. You have ideas. You have thoughts. Even if it's something that's already established and you have an idea of how to make it better. I have certain ideas and I'm like, how can I get this idea out and it be a success? And so I'm intentional on researching. I'm intentional on networking, asking questions. I'm almost done with my mile, y'all. I've been talking. I haven't talked the whole mile yet. But I just want everybody watching this video to reevaluate your thought processes, because the mind naturally thinks negative. The mind naturally leans towards doing the wrong thing. When they say we all were born into a world of sin, sin is only the opposite of what's good. That means by human nature, think about nature, okay? When a lion is hungry, what does he do? What does it do? It eats another living thing to survive. With us, no, we don't go around eating each other, but our nature is we eat at ourselves mentally. We eat at each other verbally. We take advantage. We lie, okay? Doing the right thing is the most simple and the hardest thing anybody could do. When I decided I wanted to live right, life got harder and harder. Okay, now when I was playing on the Team Evil, doing whatever the hell I wanted to do, it seemed like everything came easy and life was good. I didn't have no troubles, because the devil or opposition is not worried about you when you playing on their team. Okay, but when you say, you know what, I'm gonna do the right thing, then tests come. Tests say, okay, you're gonna do the right thing in this situation, and then another test come, okay, you're gonna do the right thing in that situation. So when you speak what it is that you want to be or what it is that you desire for yourself, be intentional, because anytime I say, Lord, grant me some patience, guess what? I start getting to a whole lot of situations where I want to wait. Because in order to build those characteristics, you got to go through some practice runs, right? You only get good with practice. So be intentional. If I say, you know what, I want to save money, guess what? Your money might start tightening up a little bit. So now you forced into it so you can practice. So then when you learn how to conserve, next time you do get some money, you know how to pinch it off instead of splurge it all out. Okay, so just be aware, Be aware. Be aware of who you are. Be aware of the heights that you can go. Be aware of the impact that you have. People are always watching. From the most famous to the least famous of us, people are always watching, and they might see you and they say, you know, I love how graceful she is, or I love how patient he is. I wish I was like that. Okay, let your life be an example to anybody who looks at you, whether you think they looking or not. Feel like you always got a large audience, and for this audience I want to inspire. For this audience I want to motivate. For this audience I want to help them grow. Okay, we're at the end of our walk, guys. As you see, I am sweating it out. Okay, we done walked a mile real quick. We done. So it was great sharing. Today's word, again, is intentional. Be intentional in every single thing you do. Increase, grow, elevate, add, enhance. Okay? Like I said, the mind naturally thinks negative. So you have to replace those negative thoughts with positive ones. Certain people I know, they want to see me frown. They want to see me down. I have opposition coming from different ways. People around you, they really don't want to help you. They really are jealous, right? And so recently, I've had people say things to me that I didn't too much care for. And I had already wrote down a list of things that I desire to acquire. And when those people start saying those things, I could have a negative response. But you know what I do? I start quoting my list of things that I desire in my head. I desire for my son to be mentally, spiritually, and physically healthy. I desire to create a lucrative trucking network that benefits both me and its members. I desire, and I mean, I've got a list of 9 things. I read them out every day and night. And so as I'm reading it, I'm feeding and training my mind. Okay. And now anytime a negative thought even tries to pop up, I automatically start quoting off what it is that I'd rather. Don't focus. You're gonna magnify, or you're gonna receive whatever you focus on. You focus on a problem, you're gonna get more of the problem. You focus on a solution, you're gonna get more of the solution. So if we focus on magnifying our desires, the things that we don't want don't get any attention, therefore they don't increase. See, we want to increase what we desire, not what we don't desire, right? So as soon as anything comes up that I don't desire, I automatically start feeding my mind what I do desire. And it took some practice, because the first couple of days I would get thrown off track and I would focus on what was being said or what was happening that I didn't like. And then I had to keep telling myself, don't focus on that. Focus on what you do want. Don't focus on that. Focus on what you do want. Okay. Now it's becoming natural. So you have to train your mind. You have to train yourself, your habits, that self-discipline to do what you want it to do, not what it wants you to do. You are in control. Be intentional with your thoughts. Be intentional with your words. Be intentional with every single aspect of your being, of your life, of who you are, of your energy. I am that I am. Am is a form of be. 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 Be it. You want it? Be it. Okay? Have a great day, y'all. I'm done. I've been preaching. I'm done. I'm back in my truck. Bye, y'all. If you're interested in being part of my one-on-one training or attending one of my events, visit us at dreamempowerinc.com to find out more.